Greetings, everyone. This is Ron again from Society and Ron. So, how have you guys been? Let's get straight to it. I saw this maybe like 2 days ago. It's a clip about the famous musician Seun Kuti. Seun Kuti is the late Afrobeat legend's last son. There's a video that's gone viral where he actually slapped a police officer who did not respond physically to him. Let's watch the video because I don't want to say too much. You'll see for yourself.
Oh, more. Now put you. They don't bash him. So no send police. And then be Nigerian citizen now. Number one citizen of Nigeria. Fuck. He bash him. Now better news with this.
Okay, so you can see he was really livid in that video. His wife even came to try and calm him down. He showed her off to get back in the car to go and wait. The fact that the wife didn't even argue with him and went straight into the car tells you that this episode that occurs once in a while, that he displays this kind of temperament. I know the way he dressed and behaved, some of you who don't know him very well will think that, oh, this is a hooligan, this is a dog. No. Seun Kuti is actually, apart from being Fela Kuti's son, Seun is a very, very brilliant mind, like intelligent and brilliant. And he's also quite educated because people just think he's just playing saxophone and doing music and that's all there is to him. No, it's actually, the only thing I can say is perhaps, I don't know if he has a PhD, but he's quite very, very academically sound. And not just in the scholastic way, he's studious too. He reads a lot. I've watched a couple of his lives where he addresses issues that border around Pan-Africanism and politics and general societal and current affairs. You know, he's very sound when it comes to issues like that. And for some reason, while he was busy pushing and shoving and doing all these things, the policeman did not even try to fight back. Now, he's saying in some of clips and videos and Instagram information he put out there that, oh, the guy tried to kill him and his family. So I'm assuming maybe he drove in a certain way. Maybe he tried to hit his car from behind. And he feels that, okay, yeah, he was trying to kill him. By doing that, it could have led to an accident or some sort. While that is very plausible, we need to know where to draw the line and take control of ourselves. He is visibly angry, which we can all see. I can equally make an argument that yes, he has all the reasons to be angry because he's never liked the political authorities in Nigeria. Most young people don't. So if you take a deep peek into his family, you see that sometime, I think it was around the late 70s, military personnel stormed into his father's, that was before he was born, by the way. They stormed into the Kalakuta Republic, which used to be the residence of his father and the band and the family. And they went there beating up, assaulting, brutalizing everybody in sight. And this was done by soldiers at the time. In fact, in the process, they threw his grandmother, Funmilayo Ransome-Kuti, another female Pan-Africanist and womanist, great woman leader who has accomplished a lot of feats in her own right. They threw her from upstairs, and she died from the injuries of that incident. It was a military government, by the way. They set up a lot of panels. They were trying to find out who did this, and the report came out saying that it was done by an unknown soldier, inadvertently telling you that this case is dead on arrival. Also, the circumstances surrounding the death of his father too how he was arrested, put in prison. Although his older brother, then late Professor Lukoya, some was it Lukoya or the other one, Bekor and Seun Kuti came out to say that okay, he died of HIV/AIDS, but all the same, they still feel that maybe the detention contributed to the fast tracking of what happened. So I'm just trying to let you into the mind of somebody who will react like this to authority figures. So yeah, the video looks damning on the one hand, but the other hand, you need to also see the build up from where it's coming from. Most times when I watch, when he's a temperamental person naturally, even when he's debating online and when he's trying to pass his point. Now, this is not to say he's saying nonsensical things. He's actually a very brilliant guy. Sometimes I go online and I watch him doing workouts. Guess how he works out boxing. He's training. He's not a boxer, but he trains, for fitness and all that. So I see it as, okay, this guy is trying to lose steam and all that. But going beyond all this, he was loved by the general public until his political stance recently during the last elections. And some people who were supporting the candidate he didn't endorse, switch sides on him. Well, it happens. We all have our own biases. We can't say we are perfect. Sometimes it's true. We all have our biases. We tend to lean towards and defend and protect people we love, which is part of human nature. There's also this issue of people bringing out the same people that pulled him out for the EndSARS protest of 2020 are now making references to what he said. Okay, take a listen to what he said at the ground.
We are free people. This is 2020. Me, I not come EndSARS because at the event say they add police reform. Which concern us. Any police from today when beat Nigerian youth for streets, we go beat them. We don't need government. We don't need.
And same person, listen to what he said during the channel's news interview. So this is fair use, please.
My family, with the number one sufferer of police brutality in this country. Like my grandmother, my father. So we kind of understand what is going on. And there were panels for all these abuses that was meted out on my family, right? There were panels. What came off the panel? So there's also an issue of distrust. This government should not act as if the people trust them. They should not give themselves that. They should not wear that toga for themselves. That's what I'm saying. People should not sit down in their high offices in Abuja. Bring yourself off your high horse. Come and relate with the people that just voted for you. Come and really hear what is going on. Don't look online. Don't feel victimized. Don't think there's somebody trying to get you. No, this is your people trying to talk to you.
Okay. Beyond the EndSARS, so let's just balance, because I like being fair. Let's balance this out. He also participated in the Occupy Nigerian protests. Occupy Nigerian protests, which occurred during President Jonathan's administrations, where they were trying to take out the first subsidy, and the people said, okay, when you take it out, there'll still be corruption. We don't know what you're going to do with the proceeds from cutting off the subsidy and all that. And there was this huge protest. He also participated in it. So we can clearly see that he's a people's person, like just like his father. He fights the perceived oppressors at every point in time. At the end of the day, you can be misunderstood. And this brings me to the fallout of the EndSARS protest, because we found many, we found people now doing things that were hitherto unthinkable. We're beginning to see youth who not just vocally challenge police, but they fight. I remember there's this gentleman, Dr. Goji, on Facebook, that showed a video where immediately just after the EndSARS, a group of people were assaulting a policeman that was armed. They were literally, I can't pull up that video right now. They were assaulting him. A lot of people got very, very upset. Like, the whole country was mad that how dare them assault the police officer. So it was so bad that a lot of people gathered money. They raised funds on Dr. Ugoji's page and donated to the policeman for showing the calmness he did and restraint during that incident. Just a few weeks ago, Portable, the Zazu expo, the Zazu star. You see what happened? It was a group of policemen came to his bar or place of business to arrest him, and see all that he displayed publicly. And he was even telling them that he's a celebrity, that they can't arrest him. We need to really, really calm down. We need to take this easy. In the United States, whether or not the policeman was trying to ram your car behind, right? And you eventually stop. If you step out of the car without obeying the instruction of the policeman, you may be shot. In fact, you are most likely to be shot. And all for what? You did not calm down to listen to the instructions. It's a police officer, whether or not you like him or you don't like him. And this brings me to another point. The issue of camera and how we disseminate information on social media. Everybody thinks because everybody's phone has a camera, you can record anything you feel like against perceived authorities or enemies and display it. And in the process, you can, it could be a good positive narrative, it could be a negative one. But at the end of the day, you are displaying something that was supposed to be seen by a few eyes publicly. While we were busy cultivating this culture in Nigeria of exposing and shaming, you forget that the camera too can flip to the other side. You see, it's not always the authority guys that are always wrong. We should be careful. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying we should not be eyewitnesses. I'm not saying we should not be watchers. Nope, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm just trying to let you know that the more you face the camera forward, remember that the technology can also be reversed on you. And this is exactly what's going on with Seun. And I can tell you for free that some people say, okay, maybe he was high. He was just angry. Anger is a form of madness because some people don't understand this. There's some, when they really, really get mad, they blank out. They do crazy things. A lot of murders, domestic violence. And domestic violence occurred out of anger. That's why when you go to court and there's a murder case involved, they try to determine whether it was premeditated. I mean, it was planned. It was you put in thoughts and plans into committing that murder, or it happened within the moment, that instant. This one was clearly a case of rage, anger. And in as much as I would like this matter to die down, because again, I have my biases. I like Seun Kuti a lot. Follow him on his Instagram live. I like some of the thought-provoking issues he brings up. A scapegoat has to be made out of this, because if this flies, I guarantee you, because Nigerians, we're a nation of copycats. Somebody else will try. And by the way, Zazu is now visiting the court. Portable is now attending court hearings just for what he did. And in the case of Portable, he didn't even physically assault anybody. He was just making noise and, wasting time and saying all sorts of things he wasn't even meant to say publicly. So in this case, in as much as I really, really, really wish Seun gets off the hook, he just has to be made the example of, because if this is allowed to fly, some other people will do this, and when you try to punish the other person, they will cite the Seun Kuti incident, and but the cases with the police, they might go to court, let the law take its course. And I just hope that after this whole incident that, we all learn a lesson or two. Please, let's be careful. In as much as the police, we have very, very unprofessional police officers out there. We also need to understand that the Constitution gives them the authority to police and protect and serve us with integrity. There's always a saying in the military, obey before complain. You cannot report a crime that has not occurred. That's what it means. Like, if somebody does, you go and report somebody, the person hasn't done anything, then what are you reporting? It has to be a crime of some sort, or intention, something that you can record. Unfortunately, Seun didn't even know that this thing was going to be recorded. I don't know if it's his friends who recorded it, but this thing would have flown under the radar without being noticed. My people, let's learn this lesson. I'm not saying you should be timid. It's only a person who is alive that can actually protest, challenge oppression. If you are dead, you can't. So let's be very careful. I wish he had even recorded the incident where they were trying to kill him and his family. Then that would have even been a stronger case than him coming out to come and attack him. If you are temperamental, try and work on your anger. If you've got anger issues, try and work on that. So until we come by this place again, take care and remain blessed.